As we've been reporting, celebrations throughout Israel today as the terrorist group Hamas releases the last of the remaining living hostages held in Gaza. New video showing parents crying, cheering as they hug their sons for the first time in 2 years. The reunion's part of a ceasefire deal that also included freedom for about 2,000 Palestinian prisoners. And joining us now is Dr. Erica Lee, a psychologist at Boston Children's Hospital.
Dr. Lee, it's great to see you. And we were just looking at those images, and the images, as you know, are everywhere, right? They were just on News Center 5 right now. They're on your phone, everywhere you look, TV, social media. We know younger kids are obviously looking at things. So how should parents respond in this environment?
That's a great question. And what we know, really, what you're pointing to, right, is that parents have their own strong thoughts and feelings about big things that happen in the world. You know, today's events are obviously very emotional for many families around the country. I always remind parents, you know, it helps to just be as intentional as possible about what it is that you share with your kids and how you do that. So a good first step before talking to your kids, especially about big events, is just to check in with yourself. Process any of your own feelings around stress or worry, you know, even excitement, so that you can approach your kids after having processed your own feelings and come to them being calm and open to how it is that they're feeling and thinking.
Yeah, of course, the details of what's been happening are so disturbing. Should parents avoid sharing certain details with their kids?
Absolutely. I mean, no matter what the subject is that we're talking about, it's always good for parents to monitor, you know, what it is that you share with your kids. Are you talking to them about hard topics in age-appropriate ways? A good rule of thumb for parents is that the younger your child is, the less detailed the conversation should be. And that also includes monitoring what media you consume when your kids are around, and also what you say to other adults when your kids are around. Because we all know kids pay attention and pick up a lot more than we actually think that they might. We do want to protect them from feeling overwhelmed by news that they probably can't understand or process on their own, and we don't want to avoid helping them process it if we know that they have heard about it or seen it on the news.
Well, let me expand this a little bit, and this may sound similar to what Erica just talked to you about and what you just answered, but what do those kids really need to hear? And parents should parents be processing what the kids need to hear?
Yeah, there's a few things that are just really essential at all times for kids to hear. The number one thing is it's okay if you're scared or you're worried or you're confused. You are safe, and you can always come and talk to me about whatever's on your mind, especially if you're feeling upset or confused about something. You know, when it comes to big, scary world events like war, again, today I think there's a lot of really emotional and happy celebrations, but it also really helps to acknowledge to your kids that you wish that these things hadn't happened, that what led up to today may not be what you would have wanted as a family. Who can they go to if they're having trouble, if they're feeling overwhelmed? And also, what are ways you and your family be helpers to those who are in need?
Okay, Dr. Erica Lee, thank you as always.
Thanks, Dr. Lee. Great to see you.